Okay guys, welcome to turn 5. In this turn there is not a lot going on the red side of the table, so I will complete it first. I don't believe there's going to be any shooting at all. All of you continue to avoid doing anything with each other. So, the red hero, we've already made a ruling in advance of this that the hero can act only as part of a unit, in which case he's subject to missile melee fire from mundane, non-fantastical creatures, or he can detach and go out specifically seeking combat with other fantastic creatures. So the ruling here is he can't be shot at, and he can't charge in alone. He could go around the back and try and seek out fantastic combat, but he's choosing not to do that. He is heading back toward his own heavy foot. And since he is a medium horse, he can do this at a rate of 18, if I'm remembering right. Right? Heavy horse, or no, medium horse, sorry. Forget what I said. Medium horse, 18. So let's double check that. Medium horse. Medium horse, 18, yes. So 18 would take about the middle of the figure. Actually, let me go from the end of the figure. That'll be more accurate. 18. So I'm going to take him all the way down here and reorient him. And he will pick up fatigue marker. I'll handle the fatigue markers off camera just so that we make sure that we capture everything. Okay. Armored foot, close with the skirmish line. They can advance 6, of course. Armored foot may get stuck here behind the arquebuses. Nope, they're able to actually advance here all the way up to the end, right about there. And again, we'll handle fatigue in a bit. Cannon, fire on horse if in range. I'm just telling you right now, probably not in range. Let's grab the marker. I know you're waiting with bated breath for me to do this. Nope, not a shot. Even from the heavy gun, no shot. All else missile fire if in range, all else hold. So that's it for red's orders. Switching over to blue. Blue is a little bit more complicated. Mehr kompliziert. So skirmishers east of the river advance 12 inches due south. So they're going at kind of an angle here, but they're allowed to make a facing change and go due south. Looks like they're still going to have to skirt the river, though. So 12 inches, because they're unarmored, puts them about up in here. We'll tidy this up a little bit and then continue to move on. Tidy, tidy, tidy. Okay. Arquebus, advance half move, maintaining flank on the river, and reload. The ruling is they reload and move and stuff just like heavy crossbow, so they can move up to half and reload. So I will remove the marker that they've fired because they will be able to reload. And they can move 12, but they're only moving 6 because they're moving half a move. So 6, and they're going to skirt the river as before. So about here. Ah, damn. Gotta love it. Dress these guys up a little bit. I will put fatigue on later. Crossbows advance half move with an oblique slide to the west. Okay, so they're not skirmishers, so that oblique move is going to cost them a quarter of a move. Their normal movement rate is 12. Taking off a quarter takes off 3, so that leaves them 9, and then they can do a half move, advance half move with an oblique slide. Yeah, I think in this case, it's 50-50 how they would interpret that order. Advance half move with an oblique slide to the west. Now I'm going to say advance half move is pretty clear. So they're going to take Of that remaining 9, they're going to move forward 6. So technically they've moved more than half a move. Yeah, that's right. So they're going to move 2 inches from where they're at to the west. So first we'll move them up 6 inches. And then we will move them to the west 2 inches. And we'll kind of put them, well, I'll just angle the front figures so we know they're still kind of on that oblique. Okay. Next up. Heavy foot, armored foot, and both cannons advance 6 inches due south. So again, they're keeping this block together and slowly marching them up the field unopposed. That makes sense to me. So 6 inches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sure we'll be moving these skirmishers out of the way here. Cannons move up. Let's just take it up. Oh, God bless, God bless. So where are we? Cannons. It's going to be roughly here, not an exact science here. And again, same dealio. These guys up 6. Okay. Heavy foot, armor foot, both cannons. Skirmishers in the center stand fast and prepare to fire at will at priority targets. Okay, then they gave me a priority target. Westernmost skirmishers by the farm wall are going to scooch to the east, which that's going to cost them nothing to make room down the bowling alley here. So easy peasy. Somehow the farm has been manipulated by my feline companions here. So let me square up the farm. Square these guys up. And I'm going to bump them up. They're taking position against the wall. They're going to take initiative. So as far as everyone's concerned, these guys are at the wall and up against it. Okay? Okay. And then lastly, we've got orders here for the heavy horse to stand fast. It's both blocks. So that's going to remove their fatigue. So let me pause the camera and do the fatigue removal. Actually, we're doing pretty good. So maybe I'll keep talking. Nah, I'll turn off the camera for this. But I will keep the audio recording going. Okay, so let's flip back to the red orders and let's make sure that we get this correct. Red orders. The solo hero has 3 fatigue. He incurs another fatigue for maneuvering. So he's up to 4. Armored foot, close with the skirmish line. Armored foot had no fatigue and will now have 1 fatigue for red. Cannon, fire orders. So they did not move. So I am removing their fatigue markers. Okay, looking down the line here. All else hold. So hang on a second here. I'm removing fatigue from pretty much the entire front line of red and from his heavy foot as well. So the only thing that's fatigued is what actually moved this turn. Interesting. Okay, so coming back around here for the blue team fatigue. So these guys, these skirmishers advance 12 inches. They incur 1 movement fatigue. These arquebuses, because they only did half a move and we've previously ruled only a half move, incurs no movement. Fatigue stay at 3. These heavy crossbowmen, because of the oblique and the advance, will incur a fatigue marker, taking them to 4. No fatigue for the other skirmishers. No fatigue for the heavy horse at all. And then this entire block, you'll notice these red pips now. That's because they are totally fatigued at this point.